don't think if I bring the mindset of a Zambian to Germany, I would say it's expensive.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of the Afternoon Shift, where we bring you, everything study abroad. We bring you real conversations from people that have actually studied abroad and lots more. So today we have a special guest. I'll let her introduce herself.
Hi everyone, my name is Violet and I am doing school stroke work in Germany, and I'm very happy to be on the show today.
Oh, nice to have you, Violet. So Violet is here to pretty much give us all the tea on what it's like to study in Germany, live in Germany, what her experience has been like, and other things. So maybe just to kind of start the conversation, why did you decide to maybe study in Germany? Did you consider any other destinations, or was this just the first thing that you thought of?
Well, basically, I wanted to study in Zambia, but for me personally, the opportunities were very limited. Yeah, and then when I came across Germany, first I didn't go there to study. That wasn't my I'm going to Germany to study. This just was a by the way thing. So I basically went there for a cultural exchange, a 1-year cultural exchange where you get to explore, learn different things while doing, a small work. Then a year later, when I was done with my cultural exchange, I did a little bit of research. Then I found out I could actually stay here if I learn my language. So I did my language for about 6 months up to B1. Then I was introduced to Ausbildung. This is like an apprenticeship where it's different from university, but it's basically the same. Ausbildung is training for a particular job. So for example, I want to be an IT specialist. I would just go and do my Ausbildung, train for the work I want to do, IT, and then, yeah.
Wow. So you made this decision based off of your experience after the culture exchange program. Yeah. Wow. But what was your first experience like? Didn't you have a culture shock kind of thing, or was the language a big thing for you?
Language is definitely a barrier because most people there speak German, and if there are people who could also speak English, but they don't want to speak the English, they're going to talk to you in German. So you say, Entschuldigung, kennst du Englisch sprechen? And they're like, nein, I can't speak English. But they just said some people would be like, they don't want to speak to you in English even though they can speak in English. And also the weather. As you can see, I'm wearing a bomber.
It really reminded me of in Zambia.
Okay, yes. Yes, the weather is so bad because we only see the sun for 3-4 months. Then the rest of the year it's raining, it's snowing, and it's not something I'm used to, but I'm getting used to it day by day.
Wow, that's good. And you've been there for how long now?
2 years now.
2 years now. And maybe let me ask, what's the best thing so far from your experience?
I think the best thing of being in German is the kind of visa I have, because I get to explore. I've always wanted to go to France. I can go to France, I can go to Spain, to Mallorca, I can go to Italy with no issues. So I think that's one of the best things because I love traveling. And I get to experience these other places.
That's really cool that you get to travel easily.
Because
to
your
different
visa
countries.
is strong.
So what about the cost of living? Is because I think for most people the misconception is Germany is super expensive. But have you seen a huge difference with cost of living here, where it's you can go to the supermarket with this amount, get this many groceries and things like that? But how's cost of living?
I don't think if I bring the mindset of a Zambian to Germany, I would say it's expensive. But if I leave it as Germany and also just calculate everything in euros, I think grocery is not so expensive. Accommodation is, because I spent €125 per month for my groceries, and it's enough. I would give you an example because I buy like a whole pack of chicken for €2. So if you say you get paid like a 500 kwacha, and then you buy chicken at 2 kwacha, a whole food chicken at 2 kwacha, you buy your tomatoes at 15 ngwe, this is the kind of, so I would say groceries, and it's not so expensive. What's expensive is the accommodation, because for just a small room, you can find it at like €500 for accommodation. Yeah, but also for students, it's very easy because they have like student fees. They don't really give them high fees. Yeah, for students, it's different. But for someone who's just living, it's a bit expensive. Yeah,
I get that. So I'm sure even like transport and things like that are like affordable, let me say.
Very much
because for you to even like, be able to travel outside Germany and stuff like that, transportation is
it's very much affordable, because I can go to France with a bus, I can go with a train, I can go to Italy, just like that. You can go to different countries within European countries with a train or bus. And then we have what we call a Deutschland ticket. So a Deutschland ticket is basically a German ticket that you can travel around Germany, and Germany is big. Yes, you only have to pay like €45 for me. As a student, I pay €45 per month, and then normal is about €65. So when you're a student, certain things are, and then also we have you didn't ask, but I'll share. Yes, you didn't ask, but I'll share. Okay, so if you're doing your Ausbildung, the good part, if there's anybody who's considering doing Ausbildung in Germany, this is an apprenticeship where you do work and school at the same time. So you can basically apply for the government to pay for your accommodation. They can pay 100% or 50% of your accommodation. And also, if you are wondering, how do I do this? You just apply online, and then it's free accommodation.
Wow. That's so convenient.
Very convenient.
That is so convenient. And what else was I going to ask? Let's say, like, lifestyle-wise, like, I'm sure they have, like, lots more to do aside from school. Like, what's life like outside of the classroom?
Well, I would say, first of all, when it's cold, when the weather is not favorable for the body outside, most people just go to school. Some people would go to the mall, like to get what they need to go and then come back. But Germans are explorers. They are everywhere. They will go out even if it's summer. It's a must. You have to take your dog out. You have to go like to the playground and stuff like that. Yeah, so there are also winter activities, different activities where you go, indoor activities, outdoor activities. But for me, I must stay indoors. It's so cold. Yeah, it's very cold to a point where your hands are freezing. You can't even touch something. But you get used to it with time. Yeah, you get used to it with time. So I would say it's a 50-50 for me, who's getting to, I learn new things every day.
No, to be honest though, it sounds good. Sounds pretty good to me. I think I'm kind of sold on the...
Would you, if the opportunity came?
Of course I would. I think I would, actually.
Really?
I like the sound of like, like the lifestyle there, affordability as well.
But one thing about Germany is that it's there's no Zambian time. Like if they tell you that you have an appointment at 11, you come at 11 or 2, you're going back and book another appointment. You can't come to someone's office without an appointment. If let's say I'm sick, I have to book an appointment.
Wow.
And if they give me Thursday, depends with your situation. They say, okay, I have tonsils and I need to see you. They'll be like, okay, we're going to give you a date on Friday. Come on Friday at 12 hours. So it's basically, I love how organized it is. From as small as garbage, you can't just litter anyhow. You need to put the plastics where they are supposed to be. You need to do this and that. So, yeah, and also they have a very strict system. You can't just, as students, let's say, for example, you still have school time and then you have this card. You can't just go and explore outside anyhow when it's school time, because they need to know that you're actually closed and you have,
and you're like attending your classes.
It's very, very strict. Because for what I'm doing, I'm currently doing Heilung. This deals with people with disabilities.
Okay.
And let's say, for example, I decide to come to Zambia for a holiday. Whether I am sick or what, I have 15 days in the whole course. Like, let's say I'm studying it for 3 years. I have 15 days to miss class. If I miss, my course is cancelled.
Wow.
Even if I'm
Very
in the
strict.
hospital, even if I'm in the hospital, I have you cannot miss school more than 15 days, the whole 3 years.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
But I think that kind of just helps you stay on top of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you came for business, stand on business. You know
Yeah,
what I
you
mean?
need to
Like,
stand on
finish
business.
the course though.
Yeah.
Okay. And then on another note, maybe just like, a little sprinkle in there, because I know a little bit of German, so I'll ask you in German.
Okay.
Was ist das Lieblingsessen?
Okay.
Did I even say that correctly?
You're trying, honestly, for
But you
someone who has
understood.
never been in Germany. Yeah, I've understood your wrong German.
Oh my goodness, you said wrong.
Just
Okay.
jokes aside. Okay, so you asked me, was ist deine? Because I'm
Oh, that's your.
Yeah. Was ist deine Lieblingsessen? Also, meine Lieblingsessen ist Nudelsalat und Kartoffelsalat. Aber manchmal esse ich Brot und Nutella.
Oh my gosh,
You
I
need
got
to
that.
do your research.
I actually got that. You said
Okay, tell me.
noodle salad.
Uh-huh.
Is that a noodle salad?
Mm-hmm.
And then you said kartoffel salad, which is potato salad.
Mm-hmm.
You said Brot mit
Nutella. Mm-hmm.
She loves chocolate, guys. She likes Nutella.
Yes,
I got
I
all
like-
of that.
I like
got all of
sweet
that. Some
yeah.
of it, anyway. Nice.
You're trying. But you should come
doing
to
it.
Germany. It's a nice place.
I will be there to visit you. And then we'll do another episode of the afternoon shift.
Of course,
Yeah.
you guys need to come to Germany. It's a very nice place apart from the weather.
Apart
It's
from
very-
the weather.
Yes, you need to study. You should need to study in Germany, and I feel like Germany is very secure. Like I feel safe being in Germany because one thing is that when you are done with Ausbildung or university, you are 100% guaranteed a job.
Right.
Because for me, my Ausbildung that I'm doing, I can directly go to work. Like I can remain with the company that I am doing my practicals with. So I started with like a year. I also did a year of voluntary. So if you're someone who would like to relocate to Germany and you want to, for example, you don't have a very good language certificate, let's say you have the basic A1 or A2, you can do a voluntary year for whatever you want to do. Let's say you want to go into the healthy sector, you can do 1 year in working in homes with people with disabilities. Don't worry, you won't be working as a nurse. You're just assisting. Yeah, so you can do a 1 year with working with people with disabilities, just assisting, looking at 1 or 2 things. And then after you do that, you can directly branch. And also, the good part is that they cater for your language course. Yeah, so they pay for your language, they pay for your accommodation, they give you money for food every month. So consider doing a voluntary in Germany. Yeah.
It sounds good, and that's very convincing. And thank you very much for taking the time to join us today. Just like maybe like a final comment or final remarks. What would you like? What kind of advice would you give to somebody that's considering Germany as a study destination?
Okay, so if you're someone who considered Germany as your study destination, and you need to look at various things. First, there are universities that will offer full scholarships, and there are universities that won't offer full scholarship. And then also the easiest as of now is you have to pay. Like that's the easiest, the ones where you want to go and learn in English, you have to pay. But if you want to do with your language, I would advise that you first go under programs like volunteering programs, and then you branch, because that's very much easy and straightforward. All you need to do is have your A1 German certificate, and when you have that, their website like EOS, and they will be able to help you. You do your application there, just send in your details and everything and your certificate. They will help you with every documentation. I'm under them. They are very helpful. Yeah.
That is nice. So good. So everyone, you heard it here first. If you're considering Germany as a study destination, learn your German.
Yeah, German.
Yeah, learn the language. But other than that, you've heard all the good stuff that's there, all the benefits for international students. So you should definitely consider it as a study destination.
Of course.
All right, thank you very much. We'll see you guys on the next episode.
Bye.